Friday, June 22nd. It must be time for another legislative update from your North Carolina Medical Society. The end is near. Just like we talked about last Friday, we are wrapping up. So this week, they've been only focused on veto overrides, local bills, and some constitutional amendments. Last week is when they did the really big push, and we really only mentioned the Medicaid reforms that passed last week, and I wanted to make sure that you understand we did a lot more this session than just Medicaid. And I especially want to mention this because I hear a lot of times folks saying, oh, the state legislature doesn't do anything that really affects my daily practice of medicine. Well, folks, we did all kinds of things around insurance reform this year, facility regulation, scope of practice, of course, Medicaid, public health, funding for GME and rural residency, and continuing to study rural health and how we're going to improve that. So we did a lot of different things, and this legislature looks at a lot of different topics that relate directly to you, not the least of which is looking at various new forms of insurance that are being considered out there. Many of you have probably read in the newspaper about the Farm Bureau's proposal to create a new health insurance program that would not be regulated by the Department of Insurance. So just when you think this doesn't really matter to you, I hope that you will hear this list of concerns and say, hey, I wonder what he's talking about when he talks about this thing or that thing. And you'll go to our legislative website. If you go under advocacy at the current legislative session, you'll get to our blog, and that's where Sue Ann, as we mentioned before, has summarized all these bills. You can get quick summaries that we don't have time to really go over with you in these quick video briefings, but you can find out more detail about exactly what's happened. Send us your concerns because we'll be preparing as of the end of things next week. We'll be looking to January of next year to be ready to do this all over again. Because remember, as soon as we adjourn, we start preparing for the elections in November and then preparing for the January long session. We'll be right back redoing a budget, re-arguing all these issues like Groundhog Day all over again. So we need you in the meantime to continue what you've been doing. We've been getting incredible feedback this session, probably more than we've had in many sessions previously, about your personal interactions with your legislators back home, through email, through phone calls, through visits to your practice, through coffee at Starbucks, and those interactions have made all the difference this year when your lobbying team has been going door to door down here. We've also had some of the best White Coat Wednesday participation that we've ever had. We've had we've had every single medical school participate. Campbell, ECU, Wake Forest, Duke, UNC have all had groups of students down here, groups of residents down here talking to the legislators about why they're concerned now, even before they're out practicing full-time. We've also had a number of you, our members that are out there practicing, take time away from your practice and come in, and many of our leadership scholars participate. So it's been a great year of engaging your legislators, helping them understand what's important to you back home, helping to reiterate our message that we're telling them on a daily basis on behalf of your society, and then setting up for those opportunities for you to help them as they get into this new election cycle that we're getting ready to start, to make sure that they come back and can be a part of the voice in the future of what we're going to do around medicine in the state of North Carolina. So thanks for your participation. Keep it up. It's been incredible. We're going to make sure that we're continuing to talk to you on a regular basis so you can know some things to talk about and to reiterate with your legislators back home. And then we'll be also making sure that we're updating you on the races to be paying attention to as we get closer to November. So until next week, which should be our final Bowtie briefing for the 2018 short session, I hope you'll continue to reach out and say hello to folks, make sure that you thank them for all the work that they've done on behalf of medicine this year, and like I said, look to the legislative blog for more details. Have a good one.